I do have some questions, though, about the Giants roster.
Let's talk about it. Ask away.
These guys?
Like who? You mean like the bullpen people?
There's a Carson now who got to pitch.
Well, that was because there was a Wilton, and he came up, and he threw, but he didn't throw the ball over the plate at all.
Who?
Wilton. Ramos.
Wilkin with a K.
Whatever. Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Thank you, Grandy.
I actually saw Ramos in the box score, and I thought at first Tab Ramos, the former U.S. men's national soccer team player, and I didn't think that was right.
It's not Elliot Ramos.
I thought it was Elliot.
No, he's still not ready.
Maybe they threw him in because it was a mop-up spot.
No, Wilkin, let me get it right. But he came in.
Should he be walking?
Well, he came in and so actually it's probably a 2 because the Giants were up 12-3 in a baseball game. And then they weren't up 12-3 anymore because
Elliot Ramos came in.
Correct. And he was throwing the ball very hard, but was going in many places. Many places.
Not that little box.
No, and so then people kept going to the bases, and then 12-3 became 12-6, and then it became 12-9 with 2 people on in the 9th. And they're like, I think we better go to a different pitcher. And they brought in a different pitcher, and then the hitter swung, and he hit the ball high and deep to center field. And then that hip thruster kid, he went back there on the warning track, and he caught it. And that ended the game.
Drew Gilbert.
But the Giants learned their lesson. They're like, let's not have Wilkin Ramos on the team anymore. So let's send him out of here. And then they brought up Carson Seymour. But don't get to know these bullpen people too well because they're not staying. Not for long.
Those guys aren't. And
guess who's about to come back? Guess who's back?
Again?
Back again.
It's got to be... Who's that one guy that I loved? Oh, Bivens.
Nope. By the way, he's not back, but he gonna be. He gonna be back. So I'm breaking this. I'm not really breaking it. Like the signs are everywhere, but I want everybody to brace themselves because this is about to happen, and I want Giants fans who are still activated by the season and caring. I want you to be ready for this now because this is going to take some gumption.
Ryan Walker? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Why?
Why? He's been crushing it down on the farm.
Really?
And they think he's got it figured out.
Okay.
So he's going to be back. I don't know who the closer's going to be. This Jason Foley that they signed in the offseason. Who? Jason Foley. He used to be a closer for the Tigers years ago.
And that Smith guy got a save yesterday.
He sure did.
Dominic Smith, right?
No, Dylan.
It's Dylan Smith?
Yes.
I saw him come in, and I was like, I got questions. I can't wait to get to talk to my guy because he has answers.
Ask more. What other questions do you have?
Dylan Smith would be one. Does Jung Ho Lee ever get out?
No, they changed that too. So while you were gone.
In the last 2 weeks, he's batting 5 bills?
Right. Yeah, he gets a lot of hits. And
the hits.
Yeah, and he's now top 5 in the National League in batting, along with your guy, Rise. Exactly. So Jung Ho Lee, while you were gone, he lived up to his contract.
Yes. Okay.
And so now we like him again. And so now hooligans and Jung Ho Cruz and all of these things.
We're back.
It's a homestand starts tonight, and now people can feel good about that again.
Matt Chapman gets death threats.
Yes.
And now all he does is hit home runs?
Now he's good again. Exactly.
So, and I don't mean to have this coincide with Pride Week, but, is hate the new love?
No.
It's not coincidental.
No,
it's coincidental. It's not connected.
Yeah, no, let's not glorify hate.
I'm not.
By the way, but I did a thing, and it was organic. We just kind of fell into this, but we were talking about that whole Chapman thing, and Shasky one morning was like, man, I feel for Chappie, and which is kind of the opposite of what you find online. And I kind of went on a rant about how I'm really bummed that Chappie or anybody with the Giants is kind of letting social media and the internet get to them, because I don't think it's real. At all. Man, I know that you are, like those of you out there who do that stuff, I know you exist. I know you have a laptop and a phone, but I just think there's 2 places on planet Earth where people will totally act aside from who they actually are, and it's their way of letting their own self-loathing out. There's two places. One of them's the internet, and the other one is inside your car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nobody's actually like that. And so I know you're like that there, but I don't think you're like that in the real world. I don't think that Matt Chapman walks down the street and goes to get a bagel in the morning and people are like, I'm going to kill you and your family. No, they're like, can I have a pick? Can you sign this? And Matt Chapman has been much more a good Giant than a bad Giant in the last 3 years. And so I kind of wanted to encourage Matt Chapman and anybody else who may go through struggles with the Giants. Like, man, I know it must be really hard, but I don't know. Here's $25 million a year to not care about that. Like, just block that crap out. It's not real. For every one of those weirdos on the internet, there's 20 people who are rooting so hard for you, dude.
Right.
They're rooting so hard for you. That guy looked like he had 1 million pounds fall off his back when that grand slam went into the basket. So, anyway.
Wind was blown out that day, right? Is it safe to assume? Or
I think it was, yeah.
Hard to tell. I mean, yesterday's game, just watching Trevor McDonald and watching how just phenomenal he was, even though he gave up some loud contact and the Cubs kind of gaffed their way into a couple of like, oh boy, like, I can't believe that happened. And the old adage, freeze on a line drive, apparently is not being taught everywhere. So, yeah, the Giants kind of got, quote, lucky, but McDonald is the real deal. Just watching him.
Well, he's got good stuff. He
the slider, the sinker slider, and the changeup was popping.
Doesn't always know where it's going.
Right.
I think our new issue with the Giants for the week is we just throw the ball over the plate. There's too many guys, especially bullpen guys, that come in and walk people. And there's nothing worse in baseball, I think, other than like, if you're a Luciano and you're a big leaguer and you can't catch a ball.
Or you're a pitcher and you happen to underhand a ball 17 feet over the first baseman's head.
Well, that was right after he came in and walked a guy.
Right.
I don't know which thing was worse. And then this guy, I love him. I'll love him all year because he bleep you and bleep you and bleep you. And so I love Eric Miller. But as he's walking off the mound after that inning, and he's like, yeah, let's bleep and go. I'm like, dog, you
got saved.
Got so lucky. It was walk, flip ball over Devers' head, give up a searing line drive.
Double play.
And then you got the next guy.
Yep.
I was like, that's not good. That's not a good inning.
That's not one that you let's blank and go about. But, hey, I mean, you got out of it, and they got out of it a couple times. Last one for me on, like.
You got questions.
Kyle Harrison, was he pitching with anger? Like, how was that? Because he went out and he struck out 12 when he shoved. I just saw the box score because that game was played at like 8 my time in Hawaii. I have no idea. All these games were like over. I would wake up and think about the Giants, and then you pull out your phone, whatever, in a beach break. It's like, oh, that game's over. Like, the games are always over.
That was a night game, though. That was a night game. Not for you. But, yeah, I
was just kind of off the schedule, and then I looked at that one the next.
Yeah, 2:30 your time, probably.
Yeah, and I mean, that was probably one where I just missed it. We might have been at the aquarium. Or
a food?
It's,
Paella, that's not a food?
That would be Pallea. This is Paia.
But it's pronounced the same?
I believe so.
Okay.
Unless I'm saying it wrong.
I don't know.
My Hawaiian is, I'm not super polished.
I haven't been to Maui in at least 20 years.
Oh, yeah. It's
maybe even, at least 20
nice.
years. Oh, I bet. I'm sure.
And it was great to be able to pump thousands of dollars into Lahaina and the local economy, 3 years removed from their fire. And, just to be able to see.
I love that.
Lahaina, kind of bouncing back. But the Kyle Harrison thing was like, oh, that's right. He's facing the Giants.
Yeah.
And you check the score, and it's like, oh, he struck out 12?
So is your question, was he pitching angry?
Was he pitching with a little bit of an edge? Like,
I mean, I'm sure, like, it didn't look any different. Like, he's just a really good pitcher.
Right. But he wasn't, like, super pumped up or extra celebration.
I mean, he wasn't flipping Devers off after he struck him out or anything like that. I'm sure there were emotions going wild. And we ended up talking quite a bit the next day because his pops started, like, he texted me the next morning. I think he wanted, but they wanted it to, I think they wanted.
One more would be good. Yeah, thank you. 6 was not unnecessary.
I think they wanted the Giants fans, and look, like everything is in life, there is a side of the story and another side of the story, but I think the Harrison family, wanted people to realize, at least from their perspective, that they wish that this had happened here. And that there, to a degree, there's an understanding as to why it didn't. I think that the further we get away from it, people, as always, will be able to talk about it like, oh, here's what went down, and we didn't have any hard feelings. It's like, I think you did at the time. But the message kind of was like, we're heartbroken that this didn't happen here, and the Giants really, really needed a hitter. Yes, the Giants could have done a better job developing, but also, he was hurt when he was a Giant. Now he's not hurt.
Right.
And now the Brewers are a really good organization, and so here you go. And now you got an all-star lefty.
Exactly. Going to the all-star game.
For sure he is.
So, phenomenal. Any thoughts about Vitello from the fans? Like the week that Tony V had, I know that there were some interesting moves that were made, and I was just, trying to follow online. I wonder what the commentary was.
The highlight was, for sure, in terms of questioning Tony V, was that Bryce Eldridge, and was this okay? So on Harrison's night on Tuesday, the Giants sat Bryce Eldridge.
I hate it.
Yeah, this is after. So on Sunday in Colorado, Eldridge is a huge part of that 19-run outburst. Multiple extra base hits, bops one over the center field fence. And then Grandy, what did Bryce do Monday? He had multiple hits in Milwaukee, right? I forget what.
Yeah, I think so.
He had a multi-hit game Monday, and then they sat him on Tuesday in favor of Buddy Kennedy.
That's what I saw.
Buddy Kennedy.
What's that? What's a Buddy Kennedy?
It's a Giant.
Great question.
Yeah, it's a Giant.
He's that journeyman guy, right?
Well, no, he's not a real journeyman. He's a young kid too, but he's kind of a utility type who was really hitting the ball well down on the farm.
He was 1 for 4 Monday, but the one hit was a double.
Bryce Eldridge.
And then he sat Tuesday.
And then he sat Tuesday, but the thing that got everybody, first of all, is that Bryce has been crushing the ball and showing real good discipline at the plate. But beyond that, like, are you really going to do this whole lefty-righty thing with Bryce Eldridge? Because Bryce Eldridge's numbers are just as good against lefties as they are righties. So the thought is, and I think this is one of these kind of sports media deals, I don't think that pro sports actually thinks this way, but the thought was you're scared to put your top prospect up against your former top prospect. But then it made it worse because they sat Jung Ho Lee also, their other hottest Giant. They sat their 2 left-handed hitters.
Wow.
And then Harrison shoved. And then when Harrison came out of the game, Eldridge and Jung Ho both pinch hit in the same inning late in the game, both got hits, and brought the Giants to within 1 run and put their rally together.
Did you mention how there was a point in the game where maybe the Giants could have gotten Eldridge and Jung Ho Lee in earlier, but they basically told the Brewers what their plan was, and the Brewers stuck with a lefty?
Great point. Yeah, good observation, Grandy.
Wait, they told him, like, they sent him an email, or like they called him?
Worse, they just said it to him, and I didn't even realize.
Hey, Brewers!
No, Vitello and Pat Murphy, the manager of the Brewers, are really good friends. I should tell you about this, too. They had a little pre-series meeting.
How long was I gone? It feels
7
like
weeks.
forever.
Yeah. So check this out, though. This was great. So Vitello has the pregame in the dugout, right? And people are mad, Dan. They're very mad.
Dan.
Because, the Giants put out a lineup, and Buddy Kennedy was in it. And people were like, Tony, what are you doing? What the bleep are you doing? Because Bryce, I don't know if you noticed, he goes out there and boom, ball starts flying all right. And so here comes Buddy Kennedy, and everyone's very upset. And so as usual, Tony needs to answer questions in the pregame dugout. And so Sloss or somebody like that is like, hey, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire.
Finally.
Why Buddy Kennedy? Well, Tony, as he is wont to do, he gets chatty, and he says, so here's the deal. We got a tough lefty out there, but what we've noticed is that the Brewers love to go lefty, righty, when they bring someone in out of the bullpen. So what we're doing, we're going to hold Bryce and Jung Ho, but man, we're going to be ready when they bring that righty in. And so then Kyle gets in trouble in the 6th inning, and there's people on base. And I'll give you one guess what the Brewers did.
Probably went to a lefty.
Brought in another lefty.
With a righty at the plate, Buddy Kennedy.
With Buddy Kennedy at the plate. So right when they would have brought in Bryce, the Brewers are like, duh, just bring in another lefty.
Right. We'd rather face Buddy with a lefty than face Bryce with a righty.
And then Buddy flew out or grounded out or something like that. And that was the end of that.
0 for 3, I'm looking at it here.
Yeah.
Bryce had, he was 1 for 1, scored a run and drove in a run.
Exactly. It was a seed, too. He shot to right field.
Jung Ho, 1 for 1 with an RBI.
That's all he does.
When he pitched it for Betakoto.
Yeah.
And that got them back within a run, and then they immediately gave up 4 runs in the 9th, or the bottom of the 8th.
Yep.
Because they went to Tristan Beck, which was another head scratcher.
Right.
Got it to 1 run. But this is where I get torn on the Vitello thing. Because I know that there were people that were like, Tristan, you just brought Tristan Beck up. Keaton Wynn was just sitting there, and they go with Tristan Beck, and it blows up in their face, and they give up 4 runs. But also, I feel for Tony in terms of, so let's get someone ready in the bullpen. All right, who? I mean, one of these guys.
Right.